Depending on who you are, the metaverse infiltrates your daily life in different ways. Let's pretend you're a hermit who lives in a wooded cabin. For you, life is like a game of being alone. You most likely spend each day ensuring that you have enough food and shelter. You probably have never heard of the metaverse or had any contact with it in any way. What about an elderly person who grew up in the age before the internet? You most likely spend as much time away from a screen as you do in front of it. Your pal's bridge game and your neighbor's early bird special are just as essential to you as the number of likes or followers on your barely functioning Facebook page. Imagine putting on your headset and entering your home space, which has virtualized replications of your real home. You are in the metaverse, and it features elements that are only conceivable in virtual reality, as well as a highly inspirational perspective of anything you find very eye-catching. It is a place where you can hold over 100 team meetings in these immersive places, where people can interact, learn, and contribute, since you are all in the same location at the same time. It is a place where you feel the actual presence of people like in real life, because you can see their facial expressions and body language. You'll be able to teleport immediately as a hologram to be at the workplace without a commute, can be at a concert with your friends, or in your parents' living room to catch up. This virtual reality world has been a game changer for onboarding over 100,000 individuals every year. It has brought new hires into this immersive environment, promotes instant and deeper relationships that cross physical borders, and allows individuals to experience the virtual reality world in a very personal way, as it has been for many businesses for the previous months. In this video, I am going to be explaining what I feel is the ultimate experience of the metaverse, what living in the metaverse feels like, and what makes it different from the real world. A big vision exists of a network of fully realized virtual worlds in which people interact as credible avatars and continue on their digital lives across virtual reality, augmented reality, and real life. That isn't how most people live nowadays. But with each passing year, more and more of ordinary life is mediated via digital worlds and avatars. By the end of the decade, billions of people will get to work and play in the 3D universe known as the Metaverse, according to Mark Zuckerberg. Now, this Metaverse that I'm talking about, what is it really about? It's the next big thing according to reports. In the Metaverse, you can wear a headset to enter a virtual world that connects all kinds of digital environments. Unlike the current virtual reality, which is mostly related to gaming, this virtual world could practically be used for anything like work, concerts, events, or just recreational activities. However, because it's still just an idea, it's still a pipe dream. The metaverse has no universally accepted definition. The metaverse is an extensive network of permanent real-time rendered 3D environments and simulations that facilitate the continuity of identification items, past payments, and entitlements, and can be gained entry into simultaneously by an effectively infinite number of users, individually with their sense of presence. The word metaverse is a contraction of meta and universe, which refers to a digital environment that originally appeared in the sci-fi novel titled Snow Crash in 1992. The online world Second Life, which grew famous with individuals, businesses, and trademarks that scrutinized its usage to create virtual stores, host events and parties, host concerts, perform marketing, and so on, gave the notion a major manifestation in 2006 with the virtual universe Second Life. However, the emergence of social networks pushed Second Life into obscurity. To an untrained eye, the metaverse may appear to be a more advanced version of virtual reality, but some believe it is the future of the internet. In fact, Instead of being on a computer, it is thought that it may be to VR what the present smartphone is to the original cumbersome mobile phone of the 1980s. The trip into the metaverse, however, began many years ago, with the debut of Google Glass in 2012, which was invented to enable you to interact with the virtual world without being distracted from the actual world. Or when Facebook bought Oculus for $2 billion in 2014. But these were only some of the early phases of firms dabbling in the metaverse. Now, many companies like Meta, Roblox, and Microsoft are working hard to establish methods for people to interact in virtual spaces with others all over the world, while also monetizing the areas with products like NFTs or non-fungible tokens, which are effectively a mechanism for consumers to buy ownership of digital art. They're also developing tools that will allow developers to link up their platforms to other platforms. These developing capabilities will enable more commerce and assist building the whole metaverse economy. However, some individuals are unaware that there is already an existing and growing metaverse, which can be found in video games, despite their efforts to create it. What makes living in the metaverse different from living in real life? Mark Zuckerberg, at its yearly Inventor conference where he revealed that Facebook was changing its name to Meta, he said that we, the users, will be capable of feeling present like we were in the same place, no matter how near or far we are, and capable of expressing ourselves in new, positive, entirely immersive ways. In Metaverse, the users can design avatars in the metaverse that look like them in real life. Avatars will be as prevalent as profile pictures on your social media accounts, but rather than being stationary images, these avatars are living 3D representations of the user, and they can modify their avatars for both work and pleasure, with virtual outfits developed by various designers from various applications and experiences. Although some of the metaverse's building blocks are now accessible, a lot more of the technology is still very far away from becoming generally available. The capacity to generate true-to-life 3D animation is an aim for people working on virtual simulations, and how immersive future metaphors will be relying to an extent on how realistically the actual world can be represented in them. We're looking at several patterns that make up the metaverse concept. First and foremost, gaming is a major trend. Let's imagine I want my avatar to appear precisely like me in the real world. How near are we with technology to achieving that? Epic Games has developed a new technology called metahumans, which is a significant step forward, because achieving realism in people used to be exceedingly difficult to realize. You may approximate the appearance by utilizing reference photographs. You pick distinct face traits from different archetypes and mix and combine them to approximate the looks. There also are sensors that control the behavior of the avatar, which is intended to represent me. Of course, we may attempt to improve it a little bit. Okay, I picture being in my studio with sensors or cameras capturing me and engaging with other people doing the same thing. But in the metaverse, it opens up a lot of possibilities, because individuals can come together in a virtual place and seem like themselves. We're still constructing that metaverse that permits these realists for strangers or completely new individuals who have never met me in the actual world, and then I can offer a highly polished version of myself. You could try to create a hyper-realistic virtual version of yourself, so I can edit the avatar to appear in any way I like. I can see how that may be a significant pull in the metaverse, but for me, to want to spend time there, I need more than just the ability to change my appearance. I want to be living these experiences, not just my avatar. It turns out that consumer-quality virtual reality headsets may already be your reality right in your living room to immerse themselves in the virtual reality environment with their entire bodies intact. I've heard that technology is required. The main difference for us is that we incorporate various technologies such as motion tracking technology, which allows us to track your exact movement in the game, making it more lifelike. For example, if you're waving the game or tapping on your friend's shoulder, you'll see the same thing in the game. So yes, the trackers inform the game that this is your left hand and this is your right hand. And these cameras actually collect all of this input, which is how we can create your in-game avatar, how tall you are, what you're doing, and so on. Okay, can we play these games at home with the same or similar experience? Yes, but it won't be economically feasible throughout the system. So to transfer our physical bodies into virtual space, we need a full armor of equipment to enter the virtual dimension. Once there, I can easily traverse my virtual environment, see my torso and limbs, control virtual weaponry, and even physically communicate with my pals. But a completely immersive metaverse may be out of reach for many until full-body tracking technology becomes more commonly available to consumers. There are no virtual reality headsets in another manifestation of a metaverse, and you exist as an avatar. Popular open-world games like Roblox provide a glimpse into this, and there is massive shopping to be done in these online worlds. But unlike the online shopping we're used to, it's for our digital avatars, and there are no digital currencies that have been provided to be used for purchases like investments, virtual real estate, in-game equipment, concert tickets, online shopping within the metaverses. There are various currencies like MetaMask, Mana, Blocktopia, Sand, and so many more. So, there is the notion of a metaverse. And there are lots of platforms out there that are coming up with lots of mind-blowing inventions. We greatly believe that all of these virtual worlds will eventually be connected, and users will want to take their content, earnings, and currency across these virtual worlds. So you'll need to allow users to have something transferable like a coin or something. If that was a glimpse into how people might live, work, and play in the metaverse in the future, that future looks mind-bending. And on that note, we've come to the end of this video. Let us know in the comments section what you think about living in the metaverse, and if it will have a positive or negative effect on the world as a whole. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to get notified when we post a new video.